Isn't the makeup just perfect today? Hi guys, it's Hannah and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is on a topic that I hold very close to my heart and it's crucial for self-development and also has the power to transform your life. Now before you click away from this video thinking it's just one of those other self-love videos, stop. Because today we are just going beyond the surface of how to self-love. I don't only want to share with you why self-love is essential, you can find that on the internet like that, but how you can be so crazy in love with yourself like I am. But not in a crazy way, I'm going to show you guys how you can accomplish this by empowering your self-growth journey and empowerment. Okay, let me get real with you guys. I have been on this journey myself and it hasn't always been easy. There have been times where I've really struggled to embrace and appreciate who I truly am. And let me tell you, your girl knows that these struggles impact various aspects of your life. So in this video, I'm going to open up about my own experiences as well because let's face it, we're all still a work in progress and it's okay not to have it all figured out. As usual guys, I have broken down the video into a couple of chapters on the side here. Feel free to skip to whatever part you want to listen to. So get cozy, grab a hot drink, get some snacks because today we're talking about self-love. Before we jump in, don't forget to also subscribe and hit that notification bell to join our beautiful community. Okay, let's go. So before getting into the how-tos of this journey, let me share a bit of my own personal experiences because let's be honest, we're all in this together, aren't we? So a few years back, I was actually in this constant cycle of self-doubt. I was always seeking validation from others, measuring my self-worth, comparing myself to other people, and let me tell you girl, it is not right. And obviously comparing myself to everyone just started seeping into every aspect of my life. It was just becoming unhealthy. I'd start looking at myself so negatively. I'd look in the mirror and just see all of the features I didn't appreciate instead of the features I absolutely loved. Any achievements I got, I would downplay them as if they weren't important. And this idea of perfection became a never-ending race for me. I promise you guys, there comes a point where you hit a wall and you actually begin to realize, what are you doing? Why am I doing this? I actually remember sitting on this bed behind me and asking myself, why am I so hard on myself? What have I done to deserve this? And I realized that if I really wanted to have love and acceptance from everyone else, I needed to start with myself. And it was about time that I had rewritten the narrative. And now I'll be honest with you guys, this isn't going to be one of those quick tips on how to love yourself overnight. Loving yourself and having a crazy amount of self-love takes time. It takes baby steps. It started from, challenging my negative thoughts to embracing my flaws every time I looked in a mirror or practicing self-compassion. And these little moments of self-doubt suddenly started to become self-discovery. And when I started embracing and appreciating all my flaws, every other aspect of my life suddenly fell into place. My relationships with people had improved, my uni assignments had improved, my attitude to life had improved. And this may sound corny, you guys, but I really found peace within. And I'm not sharing this just to say I have it all figured out, but I am sharing this to let you guys know that you're not alone. We've all been on this journey. Some of us are still on this journey and that's okay. And there is an incredible power that comes from recognizing your self-worth and value. Whether you're into self-development or not, we've all heard the concept self-love, and it's not just a buzzword that gets to be thrown around. We may all have our own definitions of self-love, but for me, self-love is being my own biggest supporter, my personal cheerleader. When no one else compliments my makeup, I'm gonna compliment it. When no one else says how good my hair looks, I'm gonna compliment it. When no one says how well I've done through the day, I'm gonna say, oh my god, Hannah, you aced that. You are so amazing. And I get an amazing grade back and no one says, good job, Hannah, well done. Guess what? I'm gonna treat myself. I want you guys to give yourself the advice you would offer to your closest friend or someone that is relatively close to you. It's not about being perfect. Let's take that word perfect and throw it out the way. It's about embracing your imperfect self. Now let's clear the air, guys. There is this misconception that people have that self-love means being selfish. I don't know who came up with that. I don't know who thought of that. But girl, let me tell you, they are so wrong. It's like taking this idea where focusing on yourself means that you're neglecting other people, and let's just debunk that right there. The idea of self-love isn't being selfish. It's about self-preservation. Because let's think about it. When we are actually looking after ourselves and putting time in for ourselves, we are in a better position to show up for other people. This may sound crazy, and it might be a crazy analogy, but like when you have an oxygen mask on a plane, you're going to apply yours first before you can help anyone else. How dumb is it to start helping other people before you help yourself? So we're going to apply that same really random concept, but to us. And guys, I get it, life gets busy and it's easy to put ourselves on the back of the list. And you guys might think that by putting yourself on the back of the list may make you a hero. By neglecting yourself, it makes you the hero. But instead, it just piles up and leads to a bunch of other things like resentment and burnout. So consider this video a permission slip to start prioritizing yourself. It's not about neglecting yourself, it's about ensuring that you have the energy to share as well. Because when you are fueled with this beacon of self-love, it just makes you such a positive energy for everyone else to be around that you want to help. Okay, so now that we've cracked down what self-love is, we can get into the good stuff on why you're here and practical things you can start applying to your everyday routine to allow you to nurture that love affair with yourself. There are so many exercises I could recommend to you guys, like just off the top of my head, affirmations, gratitude, journaling, mindful exercises, I don't know, treating yourself. But I'm going to recommend 7 which are listed here. Number 1, self-care rituals. Start exploring different self-care activities. Now, obviously, if you haven't spent any time with yourself, you're not going to know what these are. And these could be arranged from taking yourself on a walk to having a bubble bath to maybe going out for your favorite meal at your favorite restaurant. But I need you to start incorporating these into your everyday life. Number 2 is setting boundaries, and I know this can be so difficult for some people, so I have linked a video here on detachment, which kind of helps with the concept of boundaries. You need to understand how important boundaries are in just self-development as a whole. You need to start setting healthy boundaries with people, the things that you like, work, academics. You know, the aspect of saying no when you need to start prioritizing yourself. Number 3, learning and growth. Take on a new skill. Now that can be anything. You can learn how to play an instrument, a sport, even just a subject you've always been interested in. It's never too late. I don't care how old you are, it's never too late. Because trust me, when you start to learn a new skill, it not only does it add to your portfolio and you can start broadening your horizons, but it also opens up the whole world of understanding your self-worth and self-confidence. That's like just 3 things right there off the top of my head. Again, another difficult one is surrounding yourself with positivity. Now, this may mean cutting out negative ties that you may have, whether that be family, friends. But if you want to foster this environment of self-love, you also need to be able to embrace positivity in your life. Again, that means cutting out people that don't bring you the positive energy that you need. Number 5 is reflective practices, and that this could be from anything such as journaling, like gratitude journaling, to participating in self-reflection exercises. I want you guys to be able to explore your thoughts, your feelings, your aspirations in these exercises as well. Personally, for me, I love gratitude journaling. When I wake up at 6 a.m. in the morning and I'm able to catch the beautiful sunrise, I am always so grateful for that. I will always be grateful. And that's as soon as I wake up, and I'm already thankful for one thing. Number 6 is celebrating self-compassion. It's okay that you're not perfect, okay? Like I've said, no one is. And by practicing self-love, it means that you're also gentle on yourself during tough times. Number 7, visualize your best self. This is so important, as someone that always, like, you know, there's like little moments you play to yourself before you go to bed and you have little scenarios. Girl, I go to bed thinking, oh yes, I'm a successful rich woman. I live in a beautiful penthouse overlooking all the skyscrapers. That's just from last night. Girl, I have so many playouts of me just living out my best life as a successful woman. This creates a positive mindset and allows you to inspire actions that will kind of align with your future self or your ideal self. The last one I recommend is connecting with nature. This one I absolutely love. I am thankful and I am grateful that I am able to be surrounded by lots of nature where I live. I would honestly recommend that you guys take the time out of your day, take the time out of your week to maybe pop down to the beach, the park, wherever you feel comfortable, but start just sit there, people watch, you know, even read a book, but just enjoy being surrounded by nature, because honestly, we just are so busy in life that we can't even appreciate how beautiful it is around us. Remember guys, self-love is about creating a relationship with yourself. And these little practices are like little love letters to you daily, and it just shows yourself how much you care about yourself. And believe me guys, as someone who has a calendar that schedules out every day of our life, the more you start to incorporate these into the day, the more natural it's gonna feel. If you guys take part in self-love practices, let me know down in the comments what your favorite ones are, because again, this is a community and we're all here to help each other. And these practices are so simple, but I promise you they're so powerful once you actually give them a chance. You can't give these practices just one day and expect to see results. These practices, like I said, baby steps. They take time, but trust me, with time comes great progress. Now this next part is about challenges and if we have any solutions for these challenges. Now obviously, like I've said, embracing the idea of self-love isn't exactly a walk in the park. It is a terrifying journey, but again, exciting. Now of course, I don't know what all your personal challenges are, but I'm going to kind of generalize and pick out more common challenges that we would all face. One challenge that I personally struggled with a lot is comparison. I'd be on Instagram scrolling and comparing myself to these beautiful Instagram models or like people I know from high school, and they're like had a major glow up or whatever, and it looks like that they have it all together and their life is perfect and they have the best social group. Girl, no, we all don't have it together. I'll tell you that for free. Social media is such a just challenging thing because we can pick and choose what we post. I mean, we've all done it, haven't we? We've all done like, oh, you know, we won't show that bad part of the night, but we'll post this picture of the night. Like, for example, you could be in a terrible environment for a restaurant, but you're gonna take a very carefully curated photo of your food to make it look like you've gone somewhere nice to eat. Or you might take a very zoomed in photo of that environment so it looks like you've gone somewhere nice. Girl, we've all done it. We all know we've done it. But guys, the idea of comparison is literally a thief. Comparison is stealing our joy. So every time we open our social media, let's not start comparing. Can we just shift that focus onto gratitude? When you start comparing yourself, start shifting that focus into celebrating your own journey, your own powers. Remember, everyone's path is unique, and that is what makes every journey so beautiful. We're all on a road, but each road is different. Like, you can't start comparing, oh, she's got a job already and I'm still in uni. Girl, she may have taken a different path. She may have not gone to uni. Why are you sat there comparing? Okay, one challenge that is so tough is inner critic. You know that voice in your head that tells you, oh, you're not good enough, or you're not worthy enough, or why did they pick you? You're not good enough, you know? Kind of like imposter syndrome. So when you get those thoughts, okay, first of all, you're going to silence it, okay? You need to silence that by challenging it. I mean, if your best friend came up to you and said, you know, I got a promotion at that job, but I don't feel worthy enough. I don't think I did good enough. Are you going to sit there and be like, yeah, you're right. You don't put enough effort in? No, because you think your best friend deserves the world, obviously. So why are you going to turn to yourself to say those things as well? So things like that, you need to start questioning. You need to start challenging yourself, being like, what? No, I do deserve that. I deserve every inch of success, happiness, abundance of everything in my life. This one I hear often from people, which is time. I don't have enough time, Han. And I get it. Life gets so busy, so hectic, so quickly without us even noticing. But don't you make time for the things that are important, like when you go and see your friends or your family? So why wouldn't you make time for this as well? I mean, even if it's just 5 minutes before you go to bed and you can open up a journal and write 3 things that you're grateful for that day, that is still a practice of self-love. And I know people think that, oh, but that's just a waste of time. But you're investing that time. You are putting in energy into that journal of things that you're grateful for. And by investing that time, you're going to come off feeling so much more better. And then feeding off of that is the idea of vulnerability. Okay, so you've opened up to yourself, but now you're scared. You don't want to open up to yourself. And it can be scary, you know, when you start unleashing these thoughts and your inner feelings, things that come out that you have repressed for such a long time, it begins to become scary. But normally vulnerability is where the magic starts to begin for self-love. I mean, by opening up about your struggles, you really start to see your true self. You really start to understand why you feel the way you do. Last one is perfectionism. I know a lot of people struggle with this. And this is the idea that we just need to have everything figured out. And let me tell you, even people on social media that seem like they have their life figured out, we don't. No one really has their life figured out like that. So start embracing the messy, imperfect parts of your life because, like I said, it's your journey, it's your path, and that is what makes it beautiful. But self-love isn't about perfection. Self-love is about acceptance. And if you haven't got that by this far in the video, girl, I've been teaching you wrong. I'm sorry. Now, for every challenge, there will always be a solution. And for this in particular, it's awareness. Recognize when these challenges pop up and start to gently guide yourself back to self-love. Remember, like I always say, it is a journey. It's never a destination, it's a journey. Now that we've navigated the challenges of self-love, let's start to bask in the benefits of self-love, because there are so many. A lot of people think that the benefits of self-love just hit the surface level, but girl, they ripple through every aspect of your life, and it impacts your life in such a positive way. First, let's talk about mental health. Mental health is such a deep topic, but when you embrace self-love, it's like giving your mind this nice warm hug that it's deserved for ages. And it's a game changer when you're reducing your stress and anxiety. And when you prioritize your well-being, your mental state starts to become more resilient as well. And those challenges you face in life, you start to navigate with greater ease. Now, talking about relationships with friends, family, whoever, self-love acts as the foundation for these relationships. When you start to have genuine self-love for yourself, you start to bring in this kind of wholehearted, genuine version of yourself to these relationships, to these connections. The best way I can kind of explain this, which might sound crazy, is that this is us, right? And this is self-love. These are cups, by the way. We are pouring our self-love until it overflows in our cup. It's overflowing. And when we meet, for example, I don't know, our friend over here, we are so overflowing with self-love that it's going to fall into the cup of our friend. Our happiness, without a doubt, obviously becomes tenfold what it once was before our self-love. It's like self-love is like the secret pasta sauce, you know? Like when you start to appreciate who you are, joys that you experience in life just become richer. Any setbacks that you face in life, you bounce back quicker, more resilient. And it's about finding joy in the journey of self-love as well. Now, you guys know I always share personal moments in these kind of videos. And for me, there was a time where I noticed a shift in my relationships once I started practicing self-love. And instead of seeking validation from other people, which isn't important, by the way, why do you need validation from others? I found a deeper connection with myself. And this, in turn, kind of elevated the quality of all relationships surrounding me. It was kind of like a beautiful ripple effect. You could say that. Okay, so what can we take away from this section? Self-love isn't a luxury. It's a necessity. It's kind of like a compass that is guiding us to a life filled with joy and meaningful connection, and also a resilient spirit. So you know that this channel is all about building a community, helping other people around us. So I've shared a couple of my personal self-love practices, things that I would recommend. I want to hear from you guys. And I just want to let you guys know that this community is a safe space. I'm throwing the mic to you. In the comments down below, show your self-love tips and tricks. I read every single comment on any of my social medias, so go ham, guys. I want to read everything. These tips and tricks could be anything from things that you've only found out today, or things that you've been practicing for as long as you can remember. Let's create a virtual treasure trove of self-love tips and tricks, so then anyone and everyone can kind of dip in there and pick what they want out whenever they need a boost. And you know, some of the practices I may have offered may not shout to everyone, but the practices you may offer may help one of those people. Your tips and tricks might actually inspire other people as well. I am genuinely excited to see the diverse ways of how we all self-love. But wait, guys, I still have one more thing to ask of you. I know, I'm sorry. If you guys have any questions, or if there is a topic that you would like me to cover, feel free, put it in the comments. Like I said, I read every single comment, so go ahead. And I might just pick out a few comments to be featured in next week's video. Your words could be the spark that ignites someone else's journey. Trust me. I also want to take a moment to just express my gratitude for this beautiful community we grew. Yes, we, us guys, you guys and me, we grew it together. And all the support and positivity you guys leave on this page, honestly, it's like rays of sunshine that hit the channel. So let's continue to lift each other up and grow together. As we wrap up this journey of self-love, I want to leave you guys a message that I hope resonates deeply with you. Because the transformative power of self-love is nothing short of extraordinary. So picture this, you're embracing who you are, your flaws, your quirks, everything. It's not about perfection, it's about perfectly being you. And let me let you in on a little secret. That's a superpower you guys already possess. I've walked the path where self-doubt has casted shadows on my worth. And with self-love, those shadows turned into beams of sunlight. And it's definitely a journey. It's a continuous evolution. But can I tell you something? It's worth every step. So here's the thing, your journey is unique and it's okay not to have it all figured out. Self-love isn't a destination, it's a daily commitment. It's about choosing yourself, celebrating all your victories and being your own personal cheerleader. As you embark on this beautiful journey, I want you to know that you are not alone. We are a community of people that are embracing our self-love and personal growth. Your stories, your experiences, they all matter. They all contribute to this beautiful kind of tapestry that we're weaving together as a community. So my beautiful angels, as you step into the days ahead, I want you to take a moment out of each day to appreciate the journey you're on. Trust that you are deserving of love, kindness, and all beautiful things in life. Believe in the power of your own transformation. And the more that you love yourself, the more resilient you become. And that the challenges you face become mere stepping stones and joy becomes a familiar companion on your path. Go out there and shine your light because the world needs your unique brilliance, everything that you have to offer. Remember, you are enough. And there you have it, you guys. That is the journey into self-love. If you found any of these tips helpful, don't forget to share this video or hit the little thumbs up button. It may just seem like a little click to you, but it goes a long way into supporting the channel and the community. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to this channel for more content on self-development, positivity, and building a life you are going to love. We are growing a community and I would love nothing more than for you guys to be a part of it. And if you guys know someone that could benefit from this video, share it. And you never know how a simple share button can brighten someone else's life and spark a positive change in their life. Before you go, I did mention detachment and boundaries, and I have made a video on that already, so if you want, go ahead and check that out. I think you might find it valuable in your journey to self-love. The link is in the description below. Thank you so much for being a part of this conversation. Your stories, your journey means so much. So until next time, my beautiful angels, take care, prioritize yourself, and remember, you are always worthy and you are enough. Okay? Love you so much. See you soon. Bye.